Hello, hello, hello. I think we're live. Woo! Hi, I'm Ariel Goodbody, and welcome to the Easy Stories in English live stream. Oh, it's so nice to see you all again. Although, according to YouTube, there are two people watching this right now. So, hello and hello. It's so nice to be in just an intimate small group of friends. So, today's stream is probably going to be a bit shorter because I'm not feeling so good today, but also because it looks. Oh, now there are 8 people. Okay, everyone's coming in now that the stream started. But yes, today's stream will probably be a bit shorter because I don't feel so good. Just a bit, tired and there. So yeah. But please tell me, how are all of you? How are you doing? Did you have a nice weekend? Are you excited for anything? I know I'm excited for my book launch, of course. What's the weather like in your part of the world? Have you had a nice day? Just write a comment. Tell me how it's going. Over here, it's cloudy as usual in the UK, but it's fairly warm. So I'll probably go for a walk after this. And I'm doing okay. I slept a long time this morning. I'm having one of those days where there's lots of sleep. Okay, Matteo is here from Paris, but he's Italian, of course. And he says, I'm so sorry for yesterday. So obviously yesterday was the Euro Cup final between England and Italy won. Matteo, I don't like football. I do not care at all about football. It really does not interest me. So I don't really care that we lost. Hello, Miki or Michele from El Salvador. Though maybe it's Michelle, I don't know. My brother went to El Salvador for his honeymoon and it sounded lovely. Antje, hello Antje from Germany. Hello Basma from Morocco. Apparently it's very hot in Morocco. Yeah, recently a lot of people have been posting in the Telegram group saying like, oh, in Iran, in Morocco, in Saudi Arabia, it's like 40 degrees, 50 degrees. And I'm just sitting here in England where it's 16 degrees right now. So the temperature difference is crazy. Hello, Nicole from Italy, Turin, where it is very cloudy. Hello, Dark. Oh, sorry, Dark is the username. It's Nehir from Turkey. Fantastic. So glad to hear you're all doing well. Yeah, it's good. Did anyone do anything exciting on the weekend? Maybe, I don't know, trying a new food. That's the most exciting thing for me. Oh my god, me and my girlfriend this weekend. So because we live in the countryside, there really aren't many, big shopping centers or popular restaurants and stuff near us. So there's a lot of stuff we can't get easily. And one thing we both really like is Krispy Kreme. So Krispy Kreme is like a donut chain. It's from America, but they do really good donuts. And we discovered that you can get Krispy Kreme delivered. So you can get a box of 12 donuts delivered to your house. And this is the second time we've done that. We got it on Saturday and here is the box. It's a dozen. So it's 12 donuts. And as you can see, can you see? I don't want to drop the donuts everywhere. We've already eaten most of them. There are 2 donuts left and they're both mine. So I'm going to have a very good afternoon after I finish this live stream because I've got 2 delicious donuts to eat. And Yeah, that's probably the most exciting thing that happened to me this weekend. But last week, something very exciting happened. I mentioned the possibility of it in the last live stream. Antje wants a donut. Too bad, Antje. You're in Germany and I'm in England with my delicious donuts. So you don't get any donuts. If you were here, I might give you a donut. Okay. Something else arrived in the post. Something very exciting. Can you guess what it is? Oh my goodness. It's my book in all 4 levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. And that's my name. Upside down. There's my name the correct way. Ariel Goodbody. Easy stories in English. Wow! It arrived. Now, these are the physical books, obviously. By the way, if you forgot, this book is coming out on the 19th of July. So that's a week. It's 1 week. It's exactly 1 week from today. This book will come out and it will be available on Amazon and iBooks and all of the websites. It will be available. So this is a proof copy. So a proof copy of a book is basically a paper version of the book that I get to check for mistakes. So before people buy the book, I get this version to check for mistakes. And you can see it says not for resale. So this is not to be sold. This is just for me, so I can look for mistakes. And I did find one mistake, so I'm glad I got the proof copies. Hello, Ko from Japan. Which part of Japan are you in? I would love to know. I've traveled quite a bit in Japan. Hello, Worth a Wound from Germany. Hello, Fereshte from Tehran, where it is 38 degrees. It's like literally twice as hot. Wait, no. No, I'm very bad at maths. Sorry, it's not. It's 16 degrees here. Hello, David or David. I don't know. So yeah, here's the book. I'm so excited. The funniest thing is, well, first of all, let's take a look at, Doggo and Kitty. We all love Doggo and Kitty, don't we? Look how adorable they are. They are just perfect. I love them. And then on the back, you have me. Now, this picture, I took this picture a few months ago. And as you can probably tell, my physical appearance has changed quite a bit since then. In this picture, I have long hair, I'm wearing makeup, I'm wearing a sweater, and now I just got my hair cut again the other day. It's very short. I actually don't love my new haircut, but I'm planning on bleaching my hair, the middle part. Bleaching means when you make your hair blonde, and then I'm going to dye it. I'm going to change the color and make it purple. So I'm really excited. I'm going to have purple hair. And yeah, my clothes are quite different as well. But I took these photos and I probably could have taken another photo for the books, but I could not be bothered. I didn't have the energy. I was lazy. So yeah, so I have the books. And let's just get that nice. That's one of my favorite things to do with a new book, yeah? We call that flicking through. I'm just flicking through the book. Flick, flick, flick. Oh, lovely. And then, of course, the other thing you do with paper books is you smell them. See if they've got that new book smell. Now, these books don't smell quite as delicious as I wanted, but they do smell very good. They smell like a good cracker. Crackers are like those little biscuits that you put cheese on. They smell like a really delicious cracker. And I'm happy with that. Oh, delicious. And my favorite thing is you can put these on your shelf and then you've got, well, you want to put them in the other order, right? 1 second. You want to put them on your shelf in this order. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have, I keep doing that, upside down. And you have my name. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. This is literally like Christmas, my birthday, Easter. It's the best thing ever. Sorry, I'm very self-centered. I'm only interested in myself. Woo! But I'm on a book now. Yeah, I'm published. That makes me feel very excited. Hello, Gabriella. Hello, Ho Ho from Hong Kong. Sorry, I don't know how you say your name. Maybe Ho Ho, but I just thought Ho Ho. Okay. Lovely, lovely, jubbly. That means lovely. Yes. So you probably already know, but the book contains this introduction, why you must read. I really hope this is showing the right way. I have a feeling it's mirrored, but oh well. It has 10 stories, and then it has a note from the author, some vocabulary explanation, and just the end is just saying where I got the pictures. And you can see it has pictures in it to explain the meanings of words. So that's pretty cool as well. And then it also has a big section at the back with lots of vocabulary explanations. So as you're reading, you'll see little numbers. So for example, you see here, oh, there's a 5 next to the word smiled. So if you flip to the back, you can see, oh, here's an explanation of the word. So what you can do is you can read, blah, 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 and keep a finger here at the back. And then when you need to know a word, you can just, okay, that's what that word means. So yeah, that's how you can use the book. Another way you can use the book, the name of the book is Easy Stories in English. Now, I know this font may be a bit hard to read because it's like, ooh, fancy. It's the same name as the podcast, so it should be easy to remember. But that's a good point. It is quite fancy writing. So you can use the book that way by reading it. You can use the book to balance on your head. If you think you're really clever, and I clearly think I'm really clever, you can balance all 4 books on your head. Look at me. That means I'm 4 times cleverer than I was when I balanced just 1 book on my head. So I'm really good at balancing books on my head. Wow, okay. Another way you can use the book, if you're really hungry and you don't have any food, you can eat it. But I don't recommend that. I know I said it tasted like a cracker, but it probably doesn't actually taste that nice. Another way you can use the book is if you don't have normal heating in your house, maybe you have like a fire, like an old-fashioned fireplace, yeah, where you put wood in and you burn the wood, and maybe you run out of wood. You don't have any wood. Just take the book and throw it into the fire and burn that instead. But I do think it's probably better to read it. So there we go. So it's not just a book, it's food, it's a toy, and if you run out of firewood, you can use it as firewood. Wow, I just give you everything, don't I? Nehir says it looks delicious, and yes, it is. It is. I'm so hungry. I could eat all 4 levels at once. Now, of course, there are the different levels, right? So we've got the beginner level, the pre-intermediate level, the intermediate level, and the advanced level. And you might be thinking, well, what's the difference? So let's take, as an example, I'm going to show you a story from the beginner level and the advanced level, and we can compare them, okay? So let's take the North Wind and the Sun. We're going to look at the first paragraph, okay? Yeah, here, the first paragraph, okay? So this is the beginner level. So, nature has many parts. There is water. Water gives us life and helps us clean ourselves. There is fire. Fire helps us cook and stay warm. There are trees which give us fruit and wood. All the parts of nature work together and help us live on Earth. Pretty easy, right? Hopefully you can all understand that. Now let's look at the advanced version. Okay. Yeah. Nature is a varied and wonderful thing. We have water which we can drink from, swim and bathe in. We have fire which lets us cook food and keep warm. We have trees which give us fruit and wood. All the parts of nature work in harmony, allowing us to live on Earth. So as you can see, there's longer sentences, more complicated grammar, and more difficult vocabulary. And in some of the stories, there's even extra actually in all the stories, there are extra details in the higher versions. So if you read through the different levels, you find out more about the stories as you go. So I really recommend doing that. Okay? Gabriella, no, it's 4 levels. Beginner, pre-intermediate, intermediate, and advanced. It's 4. I'm not very good at maths, but I'm pretty sure there's 4. Okay, I've talked enough about the book. Let's do some questions and answers. There we go. I'm going to move here. Let's move like, wait. Is that good? Yeah, let's do that. So up here, I have wait, can I? Trying to figure out the best way to do this. If I do it like that. Yeah, that's perfect. Now is your chance to ask me. Now is your chance to ask me any questions you have. They could be burning questions. Burning questions are questions you really want to ask. Or they could be freezing questions. I just made that up. There's no such thing as freezing questions. Just ask me your questions. I want all your questions. It could be about the books. It could be about me. It could be about climate change. But I probably can't answer all your questions about climate change because I'm not an expert in climate change. Oops. Ask me your questions though. And I will read the comments. Alicia says she loves small book. Oh, she loves smelling books. And yeah, I mean, when you find a book with the right smell, oh, it's delicious. I love it. Okay. Nicole says, great job. Clap, 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 clap. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. I couldn't do it without all of you supporting me, reading my stories, commenting on the podcast. You make this possible. So thank you very much. And I'm waiting very excitedly for all your questions. By the way, there is a delay. So when I say something, it takes a while for you to hear it. So that's why I have to wait. Okay. Taha Yusuf Orhan asks, what do I do in my free time? What do I do in my free time? Actually, I'm going to rewrite this. Okay. I'm not rewriting these questions because your way of asking it is bad. I just want to make it clear for everyone. So it's a bit different from how you asked it, but I think this is what you wanted, right? What do I do in my free time? I do lots of things. My hobby... Stop bolding it. I don't want it to be bold. I'm bold, but the text should not be bold. Bold means like thick. Okay. My hobbies are reading, writing, video games, swimming, working out, eating, cooking. Actually, cooking is a really recent one. I used to hate cooking, but my girlfriend is teaching me how to cook, and now I quite enjoy it. Last night, I made carbonara, so yes. So yeah, those are my main hobbies. I love writing. Writing is like number one. Okay. Gabriella asks, how can we buy your paper books? Fantastic question. So all of my books will be available as ebooks, electronic books, and paper books. This will be on lots of websites. So it will be on Amazon, Kobo, Apple Books, Tolino, lots of websites. Some of these websites just sell ebooks. Some of them sell ebooks and paper books. For example, Amazon sells ebooks and paper books. Some of them just sell paper books. So I'm putting my book on these websites that go to lots of other sites. So probably there will be an online bookshop in your country where you can order it. The thing is, in some countries it might cost more because they might have to send it from another country. Basically, I use print on demand. That means you buy the book and then they print it in a factory. They create the paper book and then they send it to you. So for some people, the factory, the place they print it is in their country, so it's cheap. For some people, it's in a different country and they have to send it, so it's a bit more expensive. Does that answer your question, Gabriela? I hope so. Okay, Core asks, why do you like scary stories? It's really funny because I just wrote an episode of Easy Stories in English a few days ago that's really scary and horrible and has lots of blood in it. So yeah, apparently I quite like scary stories. I think my two favorite kinds of story to write are really happy stories or really sad stories. Or stories that are both very happy and very sad. So I like writing romance stories, which are very happy, and horror stories, which are very sad, okay? I just like that balance, I guess. They're like the extremes, the two ends of human emotion, human feelings. So yeah. Antya says, I'm looking forward to getting your book because you're helping me so much to improve my English. I know it's not a question. I just wanted to tell you. Well, Antya, I just want to tell you thank you. It's very kind of you. Dark asks, do you like listening to K-pop? The short answer is no. The longer answer is I used to listen to some K-pop, but not a lot, and I don't like a lot of K-pop. So a lot of K-pop, it has a strong influence now from hip-hop and rap, and I don't like that one as much. I prefer like really like poppy K-pop, like really pop, like colorful and bright K-pop. Does that make sense? Jace says, I like your shirt. Thank you, Jace. I like my shirt as well. That's why I wear it. Okay, come on. More questions. Give me all of your questions. Oh. I'm in one of those moods today. Sorry if I'm a bit crazy, but that's just how I am and who I am. I'm a crazy girl. So, tell me, more questions. If we've run out of questions, then I'll probably go end the stream and eat some donuts. So, your questions are keeping me healthy. If you don't ask me questions, I'm going to eat donuts and then I will be very fat. Okay, no more questions yet. Well, what should I talk about? Core asks, what have you eaten today? That's a good question. The answer is nothing. So right now it's 4 p.m. in the UK, but I am doing something called intermittent fasting. So fasting is when you don't eat for a long period of time. You just have water. Fasting is often a religious thing, right? Like people do it for a religion like Christianity or Islam. So, for example, Ramadan is part of Islam and is basically people fast every day for a month. But I do fasting for health reasons because there are lots of health benefits. Fasting is actually really good for your health. That's because of this thing called autophagy. Autophagy is when your body starts cleaning out all of the old cells, the old parts of your body, okay? To do autophagy, your body has to have no insulin. So insulin is a hormone. Insulin is a hormone that your body creates when you eat food. When you eat food, not all food, but most food, like carbohydrates and sugars, your body produces insulin, and then this is the bit where I get confused. Basically, it produces insulin while you digest the food. Normally, we eat all day, right? So our body is always making insulin, but insulin is not good for us all the time. When we have insulin in our body burns glucose and not fats. When we don't have insulin in our body burns fat for energy, right? When we want energy. So intermittent fasting, intermittent means for part of the day. So I fast for 20 hours and then I eat for 4 hours. So I eat food between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. So I have a 4-hour eating window. And then for the other 20 hours of the day, I fast. I don't eat. I just drink water. Now I know what you're thinking. It sounds crazy, but it is really good for your health. I have a lot more energy and it's really good for losing weight and also for building muscle because you're taking away that glucose. So yeah, so what have I eaten today? Nothing. Okay. I really recommend a book if you think that sounds interesting, or maybe you think I'm crazy. There's a really good book that explains all of the science and is very, very well written called Feast, Fast, Repeat. That's the book I recommend you read. Feast, Fast, Repeat, if you want to know more about intermittent fasting. Okay, Gabriela asks, how do you feel without your long blonde hair? That's a great question because as you can see on the back of this book, I used to have long blonde hair. It's really funny. The long parts doesn't bother me. I liked having long hair, but now that I have short hair again, I prefer it. I much prefer how it looks. I like having short hair. I don't like all of the time and the energy you have to spend with long hair. But now my hair is not blonde. My hair is back to its natural color, which is brunette, brown. And it's really strange because I was blonde for so long. I don't really like my natural color. It's fine. I just prefer being blonde. I just see myself as a blonde, you know? So when I am not lazy, when I have the time and I'm not lazy, I'm going to bleach my hair blonde again. Okay. Nicole asks, do you fast every day? Yes. Now before there was a period where I did 16/8 fasting, which meant my eating window was 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. So for about a year, I did 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. eating, and I did that every day. So basically, I just didn't eat breakfast. But now I do the 24 window where I eat for 4 hours, and I do that every day. I started about a week ago. So the idea with intermittent fasting is it's not a diet. You're not doing it for a short time. It really is something you can do for your whole life and it's healthy. But there are different ways of doing it. Some people eat one day, fast the next day, eat one day, fast the next day, and so on. Personally, I like just doing the same thing every day. But if I want to change it one day, or one day I want to eat more, I can do that. It's very flexible. I can easily change it. Okay. Antje asks, who is your favorite writer? That's a great question. And it's a really hard question because I like lots of different writers, but for different reasons. So if I'm thinking of someone I read recently who I really love, it would be George R.R. Martin. George R.R. Martin writes A Song of Ice and Fire, which is also known as A Game of Thrones. So it was made into the TV series A Game of Thrones. I also really like Isabel Allende. Isabel Allende is a Latin American author. I believe she's from Chile, and she's a fantastic writer. I really like Banana Yoshimoto, who is a Japanese author. She's my favorite Japanese author. There's an author I really like who writes romance novels, but I cannot remember their name. Oh my god, I can't remember the name. I'm so sorry. And I'm gonna stop there because I can't remember the other writers. I read very widely. I read lots of different things. Nehir asks, is there a poster on your wall? So right now I'm in the kitchen, so there are no posters here. And I'm at my girlfriend's house, so I haven't moved into my girlfriend's house yet. So I don't have any posters up. But back in my flat in Bath, I do have some posters up. But I can't show you because I'm not there. Sorry. Jace says, I love the fact that I actually understand you without subtitles. Brilliant. That's the goal. My question is, can you give me any advice about skincare? Yeah, skincare is one of the things I'm quite interested in. As you can probably tell from my amazing skin. I'm joking. The thing with skincare is I naturally have quite good skin, so I don't have to do a lot of skincare. A lot of people, like my girlfriend, she has a lot more skin problems, so it's much harder for her. But with skincare, I would say there are a few really important things. So one, wear sun cream every day. And I know this sounds surprising, but I swear it is the most important thing because the sun does so much damage to our skin. The sun really makes our skin look old. And even when you're inside and it's through a window, it makes a difference. And even the light of computer screens and television screens actually has an effect on your skin. So you should wear sun cream every day. You should wear a lot of sun cream. And you should put on more sun cream every 2 hours. I don't do that because who has time? But if I go out for the day, like to the beach or anywhere outside and it's sunny, I do put more sun cream on every 2 hours. The second thing that's really helpful is clean your skin. This is your face. Once or twice a day with a good cleanser. So don't use normal soap. Use a special cleanser, like a cleaner for your face. I recommend Simple Micellar Gel Wash. Simple Micellar Gel Wash is cheap. I think you can buy it in a lot of countries and it's really good. It's really good. So in the morning, I just wash my face with water in the shower. And then in the evening, I wash it with Simple Micellar Gel Wash. My moisturizer recommendation is, what moisturizer do I recommend? It's called CeraVe Moisturizing Cream with this is a really hard word. I'm going to have to look this up. Hyaluronic acid. Oh my God. Yeah. Hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid basically is just an ingredient which, it sounds bad. Like acid? Do I want acid on my face? But it's not like that. It basically, it brings in moisture, like wetness from the air into your face. So if your skin is often dry, it's really good to have a moisturizer with hyaluronic acid. CeraVe products are quite cheap as well, and you can buy them in many countries. That's what I use at the moment. I literally use moisturizer and sun cream. That's all you need if you have good skin. You might also consider retinol, which is an acid. You want to be very careful with retinol. Don't use too much, just use a bit. And it takes maybe 6 weeks to be really effective. Also consider niacinamide. Niacinamide is quite gentle. It doesn't like attack your skin, but it's really good for your skin. And those are the main things. Everything I know, I learned from one YouTube channel, which is Skincare with Hiram. If you want to learn more about skincare, I recommend watching Skincare with Hiram on YouTube. Okay? Sorry, that was a bit of advice and I gave you lots of advice. I'm very interested in skincare. Okay. Jane, don't worry about being late. It doesn't matter. Okay, David asks, do you do any sports? Do you play any sports? I hated sports in school. And to be honest, I don't like group sports. I don't like team sports, but I do like exercise. So I do weightlifting. I lift weights and I do swimming and I like walking. But in the future, I want to try archery and sword fighting. So sword fighting is when you not fencing, like real swords. I want to use real swords, sword fighting. Okay, so I want to try archery and sword fighting. Okay. And maybe rock climbing. Maybe. Cindy says, hi from Ecuador. I just finished my class. I'm happy to be with you all. Yay! Fantastic. Jay says, try to say this in Spanish. Ácido hialurónico. Ácido hialurónico. It's hard to say in Spanish, but hyaluronic acid is hard to say in every language, I think. Hello, Rasid. Cindy asks, what's your go-to guilty pleasure? So go-to is when something is like the first thing you do. Like, oh, that's my go-to hot drink. Coffee is my go-to hot drink. That's the hot drink I always have first thing. And a guilty pleasure is something you enjoy doing, but you feel a bit embarrassed. Like, I don't want other people to know I like this. Yeah? Like maybe a really bad TV show. My go-to guilty pleasure is probably breakfast cereal, like really sugary breakfast cereal, because I know it's for children, but I really love it. Also, sweets. Sweets are probably my go-to guilty pleasure. I am obsessed with this cereal right now. It's called Zimmies, and it's like chocolate shells, and you can only buy it in one shop. And it's not a shop that we have a lot of in the UK. And I was so into this that I made my girlfriend drive me to the shop so we could buy, I wanted to buy 5 boxes, but she argued and we only bought 3. So yeah, this right now, this is my go-to guilty pleasure. Okay. Leo asks, if I get distracted too quickly, how can I be focused in life? That's a really hard question, and I am not an expert on that topic. I get distracted really easily as well. I will say there are several reasons you might be getting distracted, okay? So maybe you're stressed at work, yeah, and you need to relax more. Maybe you're dissatisfied with your life. That means you're unhappy with your life. You don't like how you life it. You don't like how your life is. And in that case, maybe there are some big changes you need. You might be using your phone too much. I'll show you on my phone. Oh, there's a picture of my girlfriend. I'll cover that. My phone is in black and white. So I put on a setting to remove the colors, and I don't have a lot of apps. Okay. I got rid of many apps, and then I have a blocker. So if I try to use some apps like YouTube in the day, it blocks me and I can only use it for 5 minutes. So try to reduce the technology. And you see, I put my phone literally behind my computer so I can't see it. That's a really good way to not get distracted. Okay, so those are some reasons you might be getting distracted. Okay, what would be the first thing? What would be the first thing you do if you won the lottery? If I won the lottery, the first thing I do would probably be to have a little dance, but I'm guessing you want to know what I would do with the money. I want to say that I would give it to people who need it more than me. Yeah, like people who have serious health problems or are homeless or whatever. But probably I would buy a really expensive meal. Like really, I would go to like the most expensive restaurant and have a beautiful dinner with my girlfriend, you know? Or I would buy a sword. One of those. Okay. Ko asks, have you seen BBC's Sherlock? That's my favorite drama ever. I watched it with Japanese voiceover. I haven't seen Sherlock. I've seen bits of Sherlock. I know people who really like it. It's not my kind of TV show, so I haven't watched it. I don't watch a lot of British television, to be honest. Cindy asks, what was the best holiday you went on and why? My best holiday was probably when I went to Japan in 2013 because I ate lots of good food. I traveled a lot. I went to Tokyo, Kyoto, Hiroshima, Miyajima, Kobe. I went to so many places. I talked to really interesting people. I just had a great time. Yeah. When are you going to write your next book? This is Gabriella's question. And the answer is, as you guessed, I am already writing it. I'm going to do another book like this with 10 stories. And then I'm also working on a book for complete beginners. So people who speak zero English. So maybe a book for your grandparents or something who really know no English. Okay. Cindy asks, do you like going to the cinema or watching films at home? Neither. I don't watch a lot of films. Before coronavirus, I probably went to the cinema about twice or 3 times a year. But also, I would maybe watch about 5 films in a year. I don't watch a lot of films, honestly. So, yeah. And now, I probably won't go to the cinema for a long time. Leska asks, do you think it's better to have one best friend or many acquaintances? I absolutely think it's better to have one best friend. For me personally, I find a person I really like and I spend all my time with that person. And that makes me a very annoying friend because I will talk to you all the time and only you. That's just what I'm like. If I know too many people, I forget their names. And their faces. Okay. Dark asks, how can I join the Telegram group? Very good question. You go to easystoriesinenglish.com/chat and I will just post that in the chat. Yes, that's in the chat. So just use that link. Oh, it doesn't seem to be working so well. Or yeah, go to the website and just click group chats at the top. Okay. Jane asks, how do you normally spend your free time? I actually answered that question earlier, Jane, so I won't ask it again. Rahsid asks, what's your favorite comedy show? My favorite comedy show is actually one I discovered very recently, thanks to my girlfriend. It's called What We Do in the Shadows. So it's actually based on a film that's called What We Do in the Shadows. And it's a comedy series about vampires. Vampires, and they have big teeth, and they drink human blood, and they go blah blah. And it's so funny, and I love vampires, and the actors are really good. It's just a fantastic series. Okay, Cindy asks, what was the last good book you read? Well, I already talked about Fast, Feast, Repeat. That's a really good book. Yeah, Fast, Feast, Repeat is a really good book I read about fasting, intermittent fasting. And I also read A Feast for Crows by George R.R. Martin, which is a Game of Thrones book, a Song of Ice and Fire book. I really liked that one as well. Okay, Farnoosh asks, I don't know if this was asked or not, but if you were to learn another language, which would you choose? Somebody asked this last time, and I think my main decision was Thai. I have languages I know a bit, but I want to improve, like Chinese, for example. Right now, I'm focusing on Japanese because I want to teach my girlfriend Japanese. But I would love to learn Thai, also British Sign Language. So sign languages are languages you use with your hands, you don't speak. Leska asks, what do you choose? Fast food or healthy food? Both. I would say I love fast food, but I can't eat it every day because if I eat it every day, I'll feel disgusting, right? Now that I'm doing intermittent fasting, I'm eating fast food a lot less. And that's because I only have 4 hours to eat. So the food I eat in those 4 hours, I want it to be really good quality food that gives me all of the nutrients and energy that I need. Okay. Farnoosh asks, can I ask something else? Yes, you can ask as many questions as you want. What's your favorite mythical entity or concept in general? I'm going to say mythical creature because I think that's what you mean. So mythical creatures are like werewolves, vampires, zombies, and so on and so forth. Werewolves. It's got to be werewolves. I love a good werewolf. I am really good at howling. So howling is when wolves go, "Ooh!" Do I not do just the best wolf howl? Right? Okay. Jane says, I'm not Thai, but I'm so into Thai dramas that I can understand almost everything. Oh, wow. Oh, that's fantastic. Then in that case, just keep learning, right? If you can speak Thai by watching dramas, that's brilliant. Cindy asks, do you have any pets? No, but me and my girlfriend want to get a cat. Maybe in a year or 2 or 3. We'll see. Farnoosh says, that was very impressive. How did you do that? The wolf howl. I'm great at animal noises. I'm really good at animal noises. So I can also do a seal barking. So a seal is like this animal you find in the sea and they eat penguins and they go, ooh, 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 ooh. That's not the best. Ooh, 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 ooh. I can sometimes do better. A crow cawing. So a crow is like a black bird that people associate with death. And they go, oh, do they? Sometimes they're not so good. Okay, owl hooting. Owl hooting is really easy. Anyone can do this. No, sorry, that's a wood pigeon. Wood pigeons go, and then owls go, no. I don't know how owls go. What other sound can I do? There's another one I can do. I can't remember. I like making animal noises, basically. Okay. Marie says, hello from Switzerland. Did you cut your beautiful hair? Yes! It's all gone! Gabriella says, you surely like black cats. Yes, I love black cats. I think they're so cute. Jay says, you're really good at doing animal sounds. Why, thank you. Leska says, I have 2 cats. I had big problems with transportation, but now they are with me. That's fantastic. Yeah. Having a pet, if you move country, I think it's really hard. It's like, oh, I don't know how you could do it. Okay. I'm going to finish here because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day and it's time for me to eat food. God damn it. Also, I think that's a good place to end, you know, just some fun and funky animal noises. So, thank you all for coming to this live stream. Remember, next week at the same time, there is a 3-hour launch party for these books, for Easy Stories in English, the collection of stories. So next week on the 19th of July, you will be able to buy these books. And all you need to do is go to the website, easystoriesinenglish.com, and I will make it very clear how you can buy these books. And then in the afternoon on Monday, we'll have a fantastic launch party and we'll eat cake and dance and it will be so much fun. Thank you all so much for coming today. I've had a fantastic time, as always, with my brilliant listeners and watchers. Have a great week. Get some reading done in English, why not? And if you hear a wolf howl, it might just be me. All right, bye everybody. See you soon. See you next week at the same time for the launch party. Bye.